It starts here. Not necessarily with confidence. There's not a whole lot of clarity and a bunch of chaos. In this garage, believe it or not, this will be where the dream is created. Buried under all of this clutter and my excuses is my dream. The camper box for my van.
To be fair, I could have started all of this last week, but I was overanalyzing and just too scared to start. Starting something new is always a little bit scary, right? But yesterday I finally went out and got the tools that I need and also all of this plywood. And I don't know, I'm not gonna lie, it's a little bit overwhelming, but I want this camper box to exist. So that means I just need to get started. That's just what it is. I need to get started, and I think I'm doing a good job at that today. Now it's time to make space.
Making space is the first step, not just practically in the garage, but also in my mind. Making space to create new things.
I'm stuck.
Gaining a little clarity within the chaos.
I don't know how it's happening that today is going so incredibly fast. I would have thought that by now I would have already been cutting because it's 4 p.m. already. But we're clearly not. It's okay though. I want to at least put this thing together today, the table saw, and then we will see if we can actually cut something today, because I also want to be mindful of all the neighbors, right? I live in an apartment complex and I'm sure that thing is really loud. So in any case, do some little bit of rearranging still, and then I'll probably be ready to put that thing together. Okay, one at a time is better. Getting hot. Oh, yeah.
With a little more physical space comes that overwhelm is subsiding. I'm slowly getting the feeling that I can actually do this.
Oh, yeah. Step 1, creating a little calm within the chaos is complete. And now it's over to step 2, which means assembling this thing and figuring out how to operate it. I don't know how to use a table saw, but I'm sure that YouTube can tell me what to do. Normally I learn anything and everything from YouTube University, and everything is figure-outable, as Marie Forleo says, right? So we're just gonna do it. Manual.
It's always comforting when the manual is a little less than useless.
After the wheels are attached, set aside the wheel assembly and we'll go back to it later.
And I always feel like putting stuff together is somehow a metaphor for my life. Even though life doesn't have a manual, the premise is the same. Initially, it just doesn't make sense how to put all the pieces together.
This is super funny. These instructions really suck. It says here, attach left leg onto left leg. I just don't know what I'm looking at. Thank goodness there are YouTube tutorials on how to put this thing together.
But with a little patience, everything fits together nicely.
Ah, all right, all right. Ta-da! The instruction manual on this thing was literally a little bit less than useless because I could identify what hardware I needed to use to put it together. But other than that, it was pretty useless. YouTube saved my butt once again. I'm so happy that people are out there putting those instructional manuals on YouTube to help us beginner DIYers out, right? But I'm happy that this thing is together. Tomorrow it's actually gonna get real. Tomorrow I'm gonna be cutting some stuff, woohoo! But for today, I am over it.
Every project starts with a plan. I do realize that plans are basically just guesses until you act on them, and this cut list is my very first best guess to the camper box of my dreams.
To be honest, my cut list, and I have a few really simple drawings. All of it is super simple, but that might just be the beauty of it. It's simple, it's easy to execute. We already cut the first two pieces, which is super exciting. And I think that even if the plan is simple, it will still come together as a functional and cool camper box. So now it's just time to continue to make it real.
The first cut was the most scary, but also such a good feeling to finally commit to the project. It's that moment where you realize that fear doesn't get to win. You're doing the thing anyway. It's a good feeling. It's empowering. Momentum is pure magic. Once you start, it's pretty easy to keep going. Each little step builds on the last. And each mistake you make, however disheartening that mistake may be, each one of those mistakes teaches you something new.
Finally, we are making real progress. I am super excited that we're finally doing it, that we're finally making what was in my imagination, making it into something real. It is going a lot slower than I wanted it to go, but that's okay. When you are making something and you've never done any of these things before, then of course it's gonna go slower. So I think that I need to give myself a little bit more grace, and the same for you. If you're trying to do something completely new, don't expect it to go super fast and great at the first go, right? It's just going to take a little bit of time and a little bit of trial and error. But even so, I am excited with what we've done today. We cut 7 pieces. We're still working on the actual final shape of all the pieces. Some of the pieces need to get some holes in it so that it saves weight. So that's the other thing that we need to do other than just using the table saw. It's also a jigsaw, and you saw the hole saw thing that we just used. All of this is new to me, and it's going well enough, I think. And you know what? It's not about getting things perfect. It's about getting things done, and we're getting things done. So this is what I mean with just being happy with getting stuff done instead of striving for perfection, because these lines are anything but straight, which is a little bit of a bummer, but I mean, it is what it is. This is going to be a bottom piece from the box that's going to contain the 2 drawers that I'm going to make. So it's going to be on the bottom. You're not going to see it anyway. And these are the weight relieving cuts that I made. Just to reduce weight on this bottom piece. And I guess it's the first piece that I really cut all the way, so it was practice. So all the other ones are going to get better, hopefully. And now I'm just going to have to measure out the other 4x4 feet
3/4 inch plywood that I have, the other pieces, so that my husband can help me with those to cut them down to size to more manageable pieces that I can actually use by myself, because he's not going to be able to help after today, because then he just has to go to work. So I want to have pieces that I can work on for the next 4 to 5 days without any help.
It's so easy to let fear stop you, and for me, this is definitely outside of my comfort zone. And pushing outside of your comfort zone, well, I know that growth really happens when you do so. So here we are.
Let's stop and stare for a minute, 'cause there is the benefit there where the sinners breathe. They were their God, raise the hands of beyond, or is it for limited destiny?
The only way to start a project that scares you is to actually start. So start that creative project. Start your YouTube channel. Or maybe that woodworking project that you wanted to do forever. Whatever it is, start messy, start scared, start uncertain, but move forward. Ask help if you need it.
All right, so I just kind of want to see if the vision is actually coming together. All the pieces have been cut for the bottom of the box, and I just want to kind of see how it's gonna look. So I have these corner clamps, and then I'm gonna try to attach these to just see what it looks like.
I am super happy and super excited that I dared to start this project. It's coming together pretty nicely, and I'm excited to see where it all will lead.
Okay, and this piece is still super heavy because the holes are not cut yet. And it's just to see if it, if it's gonna work out. Oh. Like that. Yes!
I have a feeling that this is the start of something awesome.